a big win, playing best team in the division, only 2 losses. One of them was to us. So I can imagine if I'm in the minds of their players or their coaching staff, they're ready to get one back, and they did that. It was two level teams in the first half.
Both of these teams playing at the top of their games, and an early chance as Guetta comes out with the slide for Tormenta. Jamie Siage also in the mix for the Eagles. They get close to the goal, and again it's Guetta there to break it up.
I thought we went into halftime, we had hit the crossbar off of a corner kick. Outside of that going in, we went into halftime in good position. Not great position because we hadn't scored a goal, but at the same time, things were level.
13th minute, and again, Eagles attacking from that right side. Guetta is there, and another ball right from that same spot that he was waiting for. Pass was cut off, and now the Eagles trying to counter. A foot race near the goal. Guetta has to come out and makes a phenomenal save. Now Reed Norton, good idea, good pass to Jad Arslan. And Arslan gets a good shot away. That one's just to the right.
Alex Guerra was in goal for us that night. Yeah, Alex has been playing great lately. He was in goal for us in our 6-1 win against the Tri-Cities Otters. He had 2 shutouts at home last time we were here against Kings Warriors in the West Virginia Chaos. And we felt that he definitely deserved a chance to be in there.
You wonder how much the wet surface played into that last play right there as he was getting to the final line to cross the ball, and here comes a counter.
Over the last few games, they'll try and put this one up in the air. Dangerous ball, and it hits the crossbar.
Our outside backs, who I think are some of the most talented, wide attacking players that the league has to offer, did their jobs in terms of getting forward.
Now Sam Lofts will stop this ball and possess. Great job as he sends it into the box. Will Dial comes out to make the diving save. James Brighton attacks again for Tormenta. Reed Norton with the big swing, and it's saved by Will Dial. Boy, that was a tough one on the ground.
You know, you can kind of say results hide performance, right? So you can look at a game like ours and say they lost 3-0, and then you look at the result, but you miss the performance that went into that. And there were so many things that we did right. You know, that game was in no way, shape, or form 100% wrong. Right? There were little performance pieces in there. There were moments of collaboration with our players working together, attacking-wise and defensively, that we can definitely take from that and say, yes, this was correct, this was correct, this was correct.
Charlotte working it deep. Now it's King with the cross, and Alex Guetta doing what he does best. Now this ball, the cross, Guetta is there, and another shot and a goal by the Charlotte Eagles.
I think we came out in the second half and probably should have been just a little bit more patient, although they didn't score until after, I think, the 73rd or 74th minute. So, and after they did that, we had to come out and start chasing the game a little bit more.
The Charlotte Eagles trying to make this a 2-0 game. The shot is taken, couple bounces off the post, and Tormenta avoids going down 2-0.
Tormenta right now.
There's a nice ball, center of the field, and coming up once more is Will Dial.
In the second half, I think the big difference was the chances they got, they finished them. And I think on our end, we got into the final third plenty, but the final pass that gave us the opportunity to put one more foot on the ball that we've had in our other games, in the 6 wins that we've had, that was the difference. We needed one more pass, just one more pass inside the box to create a chance. We didn't have that, and as a result, we were not the threat that we are capable of being.
Trying to center it back to the goal now, and a turn. Good idea by Amundi, and the Charlotte Eagles have opened this game up.
Score right now, they'll be right back in this game. This long range shot by Ayososu looking for that far post.
I still walk away from that game thinking that, you know, about 80% of that game we got right. We got right. But that 20% that we missed in terms of probably a little bit better man marking in our box and the ability to see and make the final pass in the last third of the field where their goal is. If we would have cleaned those things up, it would have been different. We lost 3-0 to a great team. I thought the result hurt, but we're fighters. We're fighters. We went the first 4 games of the season without winning a game, and we've won 6 out of our last 8. So if our team's going to be defined by one thing, it's going to be the fact that we're fighters and that we're willing to come out and attack our opponent and go at our opponent. And those are the things that we want to be defined by.
Reed Norton doing all he can to keep his team in the game. Good opportunity here, and the shot is taken just to the left, a tough angle that time.
I actually got into soccer, I think I was 4 years old. My dad just basically brought me out to the field one day and he just started passing the ball with me. And I mean, I started off playing at like a small club outside of Stone Mountain, Georgia. And then like as I just kept growing and getting better at the sport and everything like that, it just kept progressing.
Trent, I've known Trent since he was probably 15 years old. Watched him play for a great youth academy in Atlanta, Georgia, which is called Georgia United. Trent has been a great player for the probably 4 or 5 years that I've known him. He's a standout player at Mercer University who's been a top threat in the Southern Conference, and he was a key player the year, I think it was 2014, when they won the Southern Conference.
Ben called me around late December and everything, and he asked if I wanted to be part of this first-year franchise. And I told him I'll give him a couple days to think about it, and I called him back and I said yes, and I was very happy about it. He told us about the living situations and how we're going to be playing in the PDO and everything like that. And I just wanted to be part of this first-year program and just really put it on the map.
So in my first year coaching at Tormenta, he's a guy that immediately I knew I wanted to have as a part of our franchise here. He's one of the first players that I called and invited to be a part of our team. We're really happy that he said yes.
Coach Ben, I like Coach Ben. He's a good guy on and off the field. He's very knowledgeable about the game and stuff, and he expects a lot of us, not only in the game, but like just told outside the field also, you know, in practice when we're here. He really stresses like the Army aspect and his Army background and everything. So it's like he brings guys to talk to us and everything. And that really shows like what he is as a person and everything and how he is and everything. He demands a lot. And I feel like as players, if a coach like demands that much more, we want to give him that much more. And I think that's how it's been like for the most part of the season.
I think, and I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive that Trent has played more minutes than probably anybody else on our team. He's played right back for us all season long. He's had several assists on the year. He had an amazing assist in our game-winning goal against the Kings Warriors a few weeks back. It was Trent that served the ball into Jeremy Rector for the first ever goal scored on our home field. Trenton served that ball in. He also served an amazing ball in to Eli Dent in our 6-1 win against the Tri-Cities Otters.
I've honestly never been to Statesboro before. I think I came one time with Mercer to play Southern my freshman year, but the heat really got to me at first, I'll give you that, and the Nats. But after a while, I kind of got used to it and everything, and meeting the guys the first day was really good. Like right when we got here, Io and Daniel Joda from Marshall University was like right there at the clubhouse and the Grove and everything where we stay, and just they were nice to us, cordial and everything to me and my friends that came down, Rashid and Ariane that are also on the team. So it was really warming and everything. I felt right at home, honestly, right when I got here. So I was very happy with my first day. The people in the community, they're kind of like drawn to Tormenta and everything, and that was really good to see. It just gives us as players an extra initiative to, you know, go out there and perform.
He's steady as the day is long. Anything you ask him to do, he just replies back with a thumbs up and, okay, I got you.
Honestly, my life is soccer, but I go to Mercer and everything, so I'm studying biology and everything. So I do want to one day maybe go to med school and do something with that in radiology. Besides that, I really just, I hang out with my friends. I play video games. We play a lot of FIFA here and at Mercer, you know, just stuff like that. I like going to the pool, the beach and everything like that. So that's really mainly it. That's all me.
He's a really fun player to coach. He's a really hard worker. And also I think what's really neat is he has ambitions. You know, our mission statement is pros start here. Trent's going to be a pro one way or another because he also has an interest in medicine. And Mercer's not an easy school to get into. I think it's radiology that he has a strong interest in studying. So whenever he decides that soccer is going to be done for him, he is going to be able to pursue something that also can change people's lives.
Few years down the road, like I want to come to the decision where I can choose between basically soccer and medical school. And honestly, I can tell you right now, like my choice is going to be soccer. So I hope to be playing for maybe an MLS team, maybe somewhere out of the country, overseas, just something I can do for a few years just to enjoy the soccer part of my life for like as long as I can, basically, before I have to, I guess, join the real world and just, 9 to 5, something like that. That's what I plan to do. I want to play after school. I want to play after Tormenta.
He's a pleasure to coach, a pleasure to know, and I'm really happy that he's been able to live in Statesboro this summer, and for the people in this community to get to know him as a person and a player.
I'm really considering coming back next year because of just like the gratitude and the respect that like not only Ben as a coach and Mike as a coach has shown us, but like even Miss Heidi, Darren Van Tassel, Nietzsche Van Tassel, just everything that we have down here in this community besides just the soccer, it draws me back because like, yes, we're a first-year franchise and we're doing extremely well, but also you have to enjoy being here. And with the people that I've met down here and the people that I know I will continue to meet, I see no reason why I wouldn't want to come back next year.
He has never had to sing or dance for being late for practice, but Trent is definitely one of the last guys to lunch almost always, which surprises me because he's really skinny, and you would think a guy like that is trying to be first to the table, but surprisingly he's not. Go figure. I tell him that John F. Kennedy said one man can make a difference and every man should try. And every person in Statesboro should try to get out and watch Tormenta FC play every chance they can get because every person that walks through that gate, our guys love it. I mean, we love to celebrate goals with the fans. And it's neat to see some organic traditions that have evolved in terms of where people sit and where our players go to celebrate goals.
And there's the local tribe celebrating the 5th goal for Tormenta FC.
And I want to say thanks. And I think the best way we can show appreciation for the people of Statesboro is to be back next year and to have year 2 of our franchise bigger and better, stronger and faster. So we win both games, we're in the playoffs. For the most part. We might need a little help from another team here or there, but one of the things mentally tough teams do is they only focus on what they can control and outcomes they can have. So we focused on recovery today. We're going to get the guys out tomorrow and knock the ball around and discuss and show some video and talk about what we need to do in order to win on Wednesday. Very probable that 3 teams are going to advance from our conference, and we're going to be one of those 3 teams. We have to win out, and now going forward, every game is a final. Our slow start to the season has been outshined by the momentum that we have achieved in the last 8 games. We've gone 6-2 in our last 8 games. 6-2, with 2 games left to play. I will do more reflecting on the season when it's over, but our season is still alive and well, and I'm going to keep pumping life into it.